Hello, it is I, Red Rod Love, yours truly, here to talk about polygamy. See, I, as a man, have always enjoyed the company of multiple women, or I've always just enjoyed being around different types of women. Chemically, it does something to me that elevates me in a way that allows me to create more. I met a woman that striked my interest initially because of her. She actually was entertaining or was in a polygamous relationship previous to the one or previous to meeting me. So me being a person who has yet to experience a polygamous relationship or polygamy relationship, I was quite intrigued to have met someone who has already attempted it. So we got to know each other. We started getting to know each other, and I, no mask on whatsoever, gave it to a raw. I feel like, I'm a psychic, I'm this, that, and the third. I feel like, I'm a man that wants to live up to his full potential. And personally, I feel that family is business. And the type of lifestyle that I've chosen is a very difficult lifestyle in itself. And as a man, I don't want to hold back what I could truly be. And I've been designed to like multiple women. I love multiple women. So I would love to be around a woman who would embrace the fact that I want that in my life, but have some structure to it as far as polygamy goes. Because polygamy means having multiple wives. And not just going out here having an open relationship and fucking anybody you want and this, that, and the third. There's structure here with this word polygamy. I want to build a family. I want to build an empire. I want to build something that could be passed on for generations to come. And when I thought about me and not compromising me and still being able to make all the things that I want to happen in life possible without contradicting or being hypocritical to what's natural within me, it led me to polygamy. I met a woman who claimed she was my soulmate. She presented certain details to me that led me to believe she could have been my soulmate. We experienced certain energies and certain things together that, for sure, to me, I believed at least that she was a soulmate of mine, as I've yet to experience any type of feeling or energy from the opposite sex like I have with this woman. And it was intense. It was intense. Like wow. Because how we met was very unusual. I called out to the cosmos for this woman, and she claimed she did as well. And somehow we met in the stars first before we met here on Earth. Yeah, I might sound crazy to some of y'all, but these are the facts. I was going through some things with my past relationship, And I got tired of searching for just anybody. I wanted a soulmate. So I called out to the universe to bring me my soulmate, the woman who, and I defined soulmate, the woman who would love me unconditionally and see my heart versus judge me in the flesh. You feel me? So I did my best to love this woman unconditionally through the fears and things that were stopping her from being able to love me enough to trust me and honor me enough to see what I had to offer. And instead, some of the information that I was bringing to her kind of came in, well, I kind of wasn't holding back on and not being delicate to this woman's growth, or not being delicate enough to understand that this woman has been damaged. I put her in a situation where it was either you gonna sink or swim. Because at first, she portrayed certain characteristics to me that led me to believe that she was something other than what she wasn't. I believe she was this strong rock of a woman when I first initially met her. And then once she got into my world, things changed. But by that point, I had inseminated certain things within inside of her that, you know, kind of made it a little too late for me to go back in decision making. So I had to figure out what was going on and find out quickly, because I didn't, you know, the way this woman was acting, I didn't know if I made the right or wrong decision. And, you know, like I say, what I was dealing with, or what we were dealing with, was very delicate situation. For me to be a polygamist, and this woman, when I met her, entertained polygamy, but was not for polygamy at all. Did not want to attempt to do polygamy. Did not believe that she could have a sister wife or have a woman present. Did not want to pursue such a lifestyle whatsoever. It did, like, it, no. Like, to the point where I spent a great ordeal of time to try to get her to understand why she thought the way she did, and to let her know that she was okay. There's nothing wrong with you. You are all right. Christianity and society made you think that you're this and you're not right and you're fucked up and blah, 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 blah. But you are just fine. You're perfect. You are designed the way you were supposed to be designed. It's just your mind has been scrambled. Your mind has been tampered with to make you think that you're gay, to make you think you're homosexual. You're not homosexual. You are not gay. These things are not natural. They're not natural. They are not natural. Now, what is natural is for a man to have multiple partners, scientifically. And we talking about female partners. Scientifically, it is okay. And we also see that a woman, there's no harm being done with two women being in relations or doing what they do. There's no harm being done. But when we see it the other way around, we got harm being done. We got HIV and AIDS and many other things that transpire that causes death and many other bullshits. We see that life it doesn't go on. It can't exist. It doesn't continue when you go in certain directions. So we have to pay attention to certain set in stone things that you cannot change. So for those who would tell me that with, okay, well, what about two vaginas? Well, my research has led me to understand that life was and originated from the woman, and she was producing without the aid of a man. You know, I call that parthenogenesis in layman's terms. But who am I, right? You know, at the end of the day, we need to realize that a man is not carrying a child. The woman is carrying a child. The woman has has a choice on whether or not she wants to have a male species in the world or not. She can actually decide if she wants to create a male or a female. They make the choices. So if they didn't want males to exist, they could make us no longer exist. They have that power. They have that power scientifically. Don't believe me? Check this shit out. See, the thing is, a lot of us want to try to play games and we want to try to act like we don't know. But we know. We all know, because there's nothing new under the sun. If you go back and look on the ancient walls, and this is when you get your clarity, when you get for surety. You look on the walls, you can see clearly how things were done in our ancient times, in our civilization. And if anybody who really knows some history, knows some truth, knows some mystery, you know that all civilizations that came about stemmed about from the ancient Moorish black communities or civilizations, or melanated pigmented kind of people. So when we look back and see the structure that was in place, which allowed all these other civilizations to thrive, we have to look at the agenda that's being pushed today and compare and contrast from what was done before. And this is how we stand in some type of truth, since we fail in consciousness and no longer understand truly what's actually happening. It is our duty to get back into the Akashic records to then understand and understand what's been done, the conditionings. Because see, a lot of us don't realize some of us are slightly off the grid. And when you're off the grid, you have disagreeable natures. Like you eat blood and you eat flesh. Humans are eating humans, animals eating animals. This is not natural. Being off the grid causes this shift of thinking. Your antenna is not in line, not imbalanced. It's off balance. You are not on the axis. You are not in tune. Especially when you start justifying logical facts. See, we have to start stepping into a time where we have to come into realizations and know what's happening, what's taking place. And are we willing to give credit when it's due, when we come to our epiphanies? Are we willing to turn around and say, you know what, you were right. You were right, man. Or you want to just continue to go on with your life and not give credit, and then wonder why frustrations strawl about, or wonder why things come about. It's as simple as you going out into nature, cutting down a tree and building your home. But you thinking that you cutting down a tree, there's no effect from cutting down that tree. You just thinking all about you and thinking about sheltering yourself. But you probably wasn't thinking about the birds and the insects and all the other creatures that were living in that tree. You just thought about yourself. See? This is the problem. People have hidden agendas. People don't want to tell you what's going on. They want to juice you along and get you involved in shit. And then when it's said and done, then they want to bring shit and address shit to you. And like it's okay. Like, for example, is it okay for you to have sex with somebody? Because this is what this sick ass place does. This is what this place does. This place will make it okay for homosexuals to change, for transgenders to change their body parts and walk into public bathrooms. A man who used to be a man, if he changes his body parts, he could now walk into a female bathroom and just be the biggest perv of all pervs. That's what this place is doing to your mind. They're making it okay to do certain things, to go against what's natural. You have men who are eating certain products and certain foods that are mutating them and transforming them in ways hormonally or with the hormones, causing them to think, oh my gosh, look at my tits. I got a big butt. These grown ass men putting on wigs and lipstick, and now they got heels on, and they thinking they women now, because this food is genetically modifying them. The chemtrails is fucking they fucking minds up. They're off the grid because of the decision makings that they're making. Their pineal glands are decalcified. They just don't get it. They look at polygamy and then they try to have open relationships in polygamy relationships. Huh? Do you not even understand that an open relationship is separate from polygamy? They don't exist in the same world. An open relationship is along the lines of what polygamy is, but it's completely different. The structures are different. This requires family, honor, trust, union, bond, respect, love. This requires just, tell me what's going on. That's it. It's nothing really to that. It's open. Come and go. Do what you want. I don't want that. I never wanted that. See, scientifically, we can learn to love, and we have to we have to spread love no matter what. But when it boils down to facts, can we allow disagreeable, genetically modified people to teach us? Can we allow that? Because if we look into what is factual, what they might be teaching might only cater to other people along the lines and frequencies of their natures. A man like myself, see, there was a comment that was passed where a man like myself, I tune into things that I need shit for, and then I tune out. You feel me? If it's not meant, then I'm out. If it's up, okay, I'm gone. Up, no, what the hell going on over here? No. Like, I keep an open mind with everything, but at the same time, what doesn't work for my soul don't work for my soul. You understand? A lot of people who want to pursue this polygamy stuff is thinking about threesomes and thinking about foursomes and thinking about sex and all of this wild shit. If you're thinking about those kinds of things, go be a fucking pimp, man. Go Mac. Go just be single. Go and fucking be in an open relationship. Go have some group sex. Go be a porn star. They got titles and classifications for these things that you want to do. But I'm really getting quite sick. I'm really getting quite upset with what is happening to tangible, set in stone things. How are we creating new realities for stuff? For example, if you're walking around here talking about polygamy, which consists of a man having multiple wives, where in the fuck does it come okay for you to be fucking niggas on the side? And motherfuckers don't know about this shit. See, this is the problem that's happening in our conscious community. We got a lot of women who really want to stay true to what's natural, which is ancient teachings. But then they got niggas on the low. Niggas who creeping on the low. Coming in, not letting motherfuckers know, yo, I used to be this or I used to be that or whatever the fuck. And could be possibly harboring some kind of disease or some type of something, or things could be happening, and then you get involved with this person. They withholding information with you, get involved with this person, and this person end up spreading some shit to you that now makes your ass disagreeable against nature, and now you walk, talk, act, and move just like this disagreeable ass motherfucker. See, it's one thing to do something, but when you turn around and deceive, you have to be accounted for your actions. It's one thing to come out and say you're something and then try to get people to follow what you're talking about. But to deceive, to preach and teach and walk and talk and act like you move and do something a specific way, but then to find out you actually move another way, it's deception. It's not right. There's not a world that you can create where it's going to be okay. And it's making it hard for real niggas like myself to come in and do what has to be done in order to get us back, or to show that this life can be done. Or you could actually have a lifestyle along the lines of this and it be successful. You don't have to be like everyone else. You could do what you want to do in life. But for some odd reason, there's an agenda being pushed against people trying to pursue polygamy. Because we got niggas who are coming out here entertaining it and thrashing it, putting a bad name on the shit. And now it's just making it really difficult for brothers like myself to walk down that path that we were meant to walk down. These imposters, these niggas who claim this is what it is, but you got hidden agendas like wanting to butt fuck niggas and shit. You know, y'all niggas need to step aside, go and jump in open relationships and fucking claim what, you know, be real with yourself. Be real with yourself. We got plenty of places that you don't have to hide no more. The gays got a community, the people got a community, they have communities. But why do you gotta come in and fuck up what we trying to establish? Why does it? Every time we get something going, somebody gotta come in and put a fucking monkey wrench in the shit. Put a fucking grenade in the shit. Put bad names on stuff. This woman I've been trying to walk with has been in fear trying to move and motion forward with me because of niggas with hidden agendas. Hidden agendas. And then when she finally sees something that's real, something that's raw, something that's organic, she don't even know how to recognize it. Would rather go and fuck with the phony. Would rather go and deal with yeah, man. This shit is it's funny. It's very, very funny. Because I don't knock what people do with their lives, and I don't care what a person does with their lives. But when a person's life starts to infringe upon mine, that's when I got a problem. That's when I got a problem. Red Rod Love, man. Stand strong for your woman, man. Be strong for your woman, y'all. But don't give in to none of that bullshit either. But be strong for your motherfucking woman, man. Because we got a lot of motherfuckers out here and a lot of people, a lot of forces, a lot of energy that is trying to keep brothers like us down. But we can overcome those frequencies and those energies. We just gotta stand firm, stand strong, and be exactly who we were designed to be. Salute to all real niggas out there, man. Straight up. All alpha males, real alpha males. You understand? Yeah. Captain of the US A-hole. Like, comment, subscribe. You feel me? Like I tell you, man. At the end of the day, we live in a world where you can create whatever world you choose to create for yourself. But you need to know, you need to be real with yourself. So that way when you establish something, the people around you are real as well. Because if you start out coming out this bitch phony and you know, once again, you want to be a transgender, then you be a fucking transgender. But the thing is, you fucked up as a person when you walk around this bitch and you don't tell motherfuckers that you used to be a transgender. That's when you fuck up. That's when you got a problem. That's when the problem comes in. You got the right to do whatever the fuck you want to do. But when you start deceiving people, the problem comes in on your ass. Then your ass got you got some consequences to motherfucker. You got some, woo. Anyways, like, comment, motherfucking subscribe, please. Get at me, man. Get at me, man, because this shit crazy.